She's just a disappointment, my mother said. Her voice was smooth, practiced, the way she charmed clients for decades. But she didn't know I was standing close enough to hear. I froze. Not because the words were new, she'd said them before, but because of who she said them to. Her biggest client, the man she'd been chasing for years, dangling contracts in front of, desperate to land. And when she thought she finally had him, that's when I made my move. Growing up, I believed my mother's approval was oxygen. She was the empire builder, the woman everyone feared and admired. I was the quiet shadow behind her, always reaching for her light, always failing. Not good enough, she'd snap at my school awards. Not polished enough when I presented ideas at family dinners. Not strong enough when I dared to dream out loud. Still, I stayed. Still, I tried. Until the day I realized she didn't just withhold love, she weaponized it. I saw it in the small betrayals. She'd forget to forward my proposals, then pitch them herself. She'd mention me to colleagues only as her mistake of a daughter. And at networking events, when eyes turned to me, she'd lean in, whisper, "Smile, don't talk." The last straw wasn't words, it was the silence. The way she didn't flinch when I cried. That was when I stopped trying to be her daughter and started planning to be her downfall. I built my own company in the shadows, quietly, carefully, registered under a different name, kept my ownership buried. While she chased prestige, I chased efficiency. While she begged for investors, I courted the ones she ignored. While she looked down on me, I was building a foundation under her feet, and she never noticed. Her arrogance was my camouflage. The moment of truth came faster than I expected. Her empire was crumbling. Debt, poor management, broken promises. She needed a miracle client to save her. And she thought she had him, her biggest client, the man whose signature could keep her relevant. I knew better, because he wasn't just her target, he was already mine. I arranged the meeting, a private jet waiting on the runway, a setting where every move would be amplified, every slip impossible to hide. She boarded, smug in her victory, champagne glass already in hand. Her client followed. He was calm, curious. Then came the line. That fatal, careless line. "She's just a disappointment." The words left her mouth like venom. He turned, looked at me, and in that silence, the trap snapped shut. "Wait," he said slowly. His voice was heavy, deliberate. "This is your daughter's company?" The glass slipped from her hand, shattering against the jet's polished floor. Her face drained of color. Because in that instant, she understood. Not only had she insulted me, she had just confessed to the one man who already knew the truth that she didn't recognize the empire she was about to beg for was mine. I didn't gloat. I didn't need to. I just leaned back, calm, and spoke for the first time. Funny thing about disappointments, they build stronger foundations than anyone expects. The client smiled. He extended his hand. To me, not her, never her. And with that single gesture, her kingdom collapsed. Her voice cracked as she tried to recover. "She's lying. She's manipulating you. She doesn't." But desperation is ugly, and he could see it dripping off her in waves. Meanwhile, I didn't argue, didn't defend. I simply opened my folder, laid out the contracts, figures, partnerships she didn't know I had. Proof that while she starved me of approval, I had been feeding myself power. Every number on those pages was a nail in her coffin. She reached for the papers, but he pulled them back. His gaze never left mine. "You built this?" I nodded. Quiet, controlled. Her shoulders slumped. her empire, her pride, her illusions, shattered on the jet floor with her champagne glass. I didn't scream at her. I didn't need to. I let silence do what years of begging never could. She sat across from me, broken, forced to watch as the man she thought would save her instead chose me. It wasn't about money anymore. It was about power shifting in real time, and she couldn't stop it. I signed the contracts in front of her. The ink bled onto paper like a final verdict. Then I looked at her, direct, unflinching, and whispered just loud enough for her to hear, "Disappointment looks different from up here." The jet engines roared to life. She stared out the window, trembling, while I toasted with the client. I didn't offer her a glass. I didn't offer her anything. Because revenge isn't always fire. Sometimes it's ice. Controlled, silent, absolute. When we landed, I walked down those steps first. Not as her daughter, but as her replacement. And as the cameras flashed, I knew the truth. She had tried to erase me. Instead, she erased herself. Her glass shattered, her empire shattered, her illusion of control shattered.